I am reaching out to you as Command has spoken very highly of your accomplishments. In particular, I'm told you're experienced in dealing with a variety of Borg. Another incursion is taking place in the Ramazad system. Can you meet me there? I'll send you my coordinates upon arrival. I'm still waiting to hear back from other allies. We'll need all the backup we can get.
What a surprise! I didn't expect to see you here. I'm responding to a call from Director Hugh of the Cooperative Borg. The Lucari Concordium has recently chosen me as their ambassador for all things Borg. He asked me to join him here to help with another incursion. I've been here for quite a while now. I'm not sure he's coming. Are you here to help as well? I agree. He's typically quite punctual. So I've heard, anyway. Well, I'm afraid I've also come across some starship debris in the system that I have yet to identify. It appears we're arriving at the aftermath of a tense clash. I suggest we try and find the director together. With your permission, I'll set up a sensor link so that our ships can share any data we find. Sensor link is active. Let's start with the ship debris up ahead. Let's see. Sensors are picking up microscopic fragments of advanced regenerative circuitry, nanites, and decentralized control system debris. Well, this is most certainly a full and cooperative probe. Something must have happened to their fleet. Let's hurry. There's more debris over there. Scans indicate high-density alloy and further Borg circuitry fragments. Disruptive, not regenerative. In any case, this is not cooperative debris. The quantum signature doesn't even match our universe. Look out! Control Borg sphere incoming! Well done. That certainly explains the debris' quantum signature. Let's continue. I see a final cluster of debris up ahead. This fractal alloy is unlike any debris I've ever seen. It's protected by a quantum dispersal field. Someone must have come back to scatter the ship's debris signature. Its origin is untraceable. Heads up! Subspace sensors are picking up residual distortion nearby. A warp trail. Recalibrating sensor array frequencies. Tachyon decay and subspace phase variances suggest this warp trail is 2 hours old. We should get closer. There might be survivors. Oh dear. Sensor readings are fluctuating erratically due to the magnetic properties of dense asteroids nearby. It's the Harmony. What's Tassin Faye's ship doing here? Perhaps Tassin Faye was called in to help as well. The vessel seems to be suffering from multiple systems failures. They may require assistance. Shall we send out a hail? Oh, right. Starship Harmony, this is Admiral Kumar K of the LSS Raskava. Come in. Tassin Faye, Do you copy? No response. Complete comm silence. I know this isn't exactly standard protocol, but considering the potential gravity of the situation, should we consider beaming down? You're right. Let's proceed with caution. It's no use. The magnetic properties of the denser asteroids near the ship are interfering with our scans. An excellent idea! I'll send out an encoded subspace transmission detailing our intentions. I should be able to transmit it on a narrow enough frequency for it to bypass the interference, but we're unlikely to be met with a response, I'm afraid. Here's hoping Tassine Fey is able to receive it, and that we aren't breaking with any Etherean customs. Right, I have identified a section of the Ramizad system where signals are not compromised by the asteroids. Meet me there. Who would have thought that you'd be towing the Harmony today? The ship is still too close to the asteroids. Just a little further. It's working! The interference is subsiding. I suggest we try a final hail before we scan again. Starship Harmony, this is Admiral Kumarke. Do you copy? Starship Harmony, do you require assistance? Nothing. I'll consult with my comms officer. Ensign Farunte, what's your assessment?
The Harmony might be experiencing a communications blackout, Admiral. This is likely unrelated to the interference caused by any asteroids.
Well, time really could be of the essence. We still have no idea where the director is or if he's alright. And I'm beginning to worry that the same might be said of Tassine Fey. This doesn't look good. Shields are lowered. I'm not detecting any breaches, so it must have been done voluntarily. The scans also indicate that the atmospheric conditions aboard the ship are highly unusual, and only just able to accommodate other species. Furthermore, the ship itself is exhibiting properties that are consistent with a multidimensional vortex. It's as if it is phasing in and out of existence. Or at least parts of it seem to be. What's more, multiple sections of the ship seem to be under strict lockdown. I agree. I recommend we stay on high alert. Who knows what caused the ship's partial lockdown? This mission could be quite dangerous, especially if the Ethereans are unresponsive. Quite sure, but I do appreciate you asking. I would rather face my fears head-on than retreat to the proverbial shadows. It's been quite good for me. I feel empowered, actually. You read my mind. The ship's systems should have logged our attempts at establishing contact before beaming down. That said, I'm not sure I trust the accuracy of any of our current scans, given the situation. One last thing. I do recommend we leave our bridge officers behind for now. I don't feel comfortable sending anyone else down there before conducting a preliminary assessment. Ready when you are.
This interior, it's beautiful. It looks like the hallway behind us is locked. In fact, this room is under full lockdown, which I suspect will be true of most of the rooms we will encounter aboard the Harmony. Bypassing security lockouts might require some thinking outside the triangle. Or box? It's an Earth saying. I suggest we take a look around. Perhaps... maybe this will allow us. No, the security clearance required to bypass this console is too high. We won't be able to go this way. Let's look around. Optimizing tricorders for environmental scanning. What a unique structure. Optimizing for material analysis? Incredible! These polygonal wall structures act as data nodes. It appears they store recordings of events that have happened aboard the ship. They contain both visual and auditory data. You don't suppose we're being watched, do you? In any case, it looks like this room's lockdown has been bypassed. Let's try the console by the other door. There must be a way forward. Well done. All right, we better stay alert. We don't know what the consequences of bypassing the security measures aboard this ship are. For all we know, it could mean a variety of automated countermeasures, or perhaps none at all, given the situation. Let's keep scanning for abnormalities along the way until we get to the bottom of this. Lead the way. It's very empty in here. I wonder where all the crew members are. That's what Tarsine Fey, or could I have a word? I'm feeling a little uneasy. No, not about the possibility of finding a Borg incursion aboard. It's about the comment I made earlier, about being watched. It was meant to be light-hearted, but I'm starting to think we are being monitored. It doesn't help that this room is on lockdown as well, and it looks like the security clearances increase the further along we get. We'll need to get creative again. Interesting. Instead of recording in real time, we could recalibrate the output so that the node plays back a recording from the past. At some point, someone aboard this ship must have input the console code needed to unlock. Spot on! I would need to input some kind of information about the data we want to act. I have to say, even though I'm not pleased about reverse engineering Etherean technology without authorization, the science behind this is... If you scan the room for information, Reconfiguring memory array to optimize for hollow emission output. Remodulating tricorders. Integrating environmental data to bypass encryptions. Done! The system is active. Shall we give it a try?
In that case, please follow me.
This technology looks like a fragment of a larger piece.
Director Hugh, it is good to finally meet you face to face.
So, you said you needed help.
It worked! So, both Director Hugh and Tassin Fei were aboard the Harmony. What's more, the decay rate of the chronoton particles emitted by these projections placed... It's a start. However, I placed these fragments in the correct order. What happened? Right. After Tassin Fei, the fragments have been placed in the... We did it!
Director Hugh, it is good to finally meet you face to face. I have heard a lot about you and your skill set.
Leader Tassin Fei, please call me Hugh. Likewise, I've heard a lot about the Ethereans. So, you said you needed help.
Yes, a piece of our technology has been found aboard the Harmony. We may be compromised.
Let's see. You're right. This is control board technology, all right. And yet, the energy signature isn't an exact match. This technology looks like a fragment of a larger piece. We'll need to locate the rest of it before I can make an assessment.
Of course, our diplomatic quarters are available should you wish to stay longer for this assessment. Please excuse the furnishing. Under normal circumstances, we redress our rooms for all our guests.
Well, these circumstances are far from normal. But that won't be necessary. We won't be staying long.
I see. How unfortunate. Perhaps another time. In that case, please follow me.
Great teamwork! We've pieced it all together! It looks like Director Hugh and his officers beamed aboard the Harmony to help Tassin Fei identify a piece of... Exactly. Fortunately, the data node recording also shows the console code used by Tassin Fei to buy... So it seems like the starship debris we found earlier might have been control Borg then. If we proceed, the door behind us will likely lock. We'll need to choose a path. Right behind you. This looks like a social lounge. I didn't know the Etherians were so willing to host. Very hospitable, though a little deserted for my taste. Perhaps it's related to stellar research. I take it these are the redressed diplomatic quarters Tassine Fay spoke of in the data node recording. I must say, I wasn't aware that a diplomatic meeting had been right. Perhaps this is for a... Oh my. These are almost identical to the furnishings of Lucari diplomatic quarters. It seems like the Etherians have replicated our style almost to perfection. This looks like a shortcut. It's one of Director Hugh's officers. We better help them. This isn't good. We need to figure out what happened here. That's the spirit! I'll try I'm feeling less guilty about tampering with Etherian technology. Our allies could be in danger. Recalibrating parameters. Almost there. Got it! The fragments should be ready to play.
I will lead you to our lower decks.
Watch out! What are you doing?
It worked! Unlike the last recording we watched, these initial fragments seem... However, my scans indicate the presence of corrupted data located inside the memory buffers. Perhaps we can't rule it out, but that doesn't seem like something the Control Borg would do. It seems a little too calculated, don't you think? Which fragment was artificially added to the data node? Right. An unknown construct appeared from beyond. The falsified fragment has... Well done. That's it. It...
It is a shame you are not staying longer. We have much to discuss. I am curious about the liberated Borg.
Well, the path of a liberated Borg is not easy. Ultimately, it's about giving others a second chance.
Fascinating. Etherians believe in giving others a second life, like in ascension.
I suppose you could compare it to that. Helping others overcome their past so they can grow.
Indeed. If you follow me, I will lead you to our lower decks.
You said this is where you found the control Borg boarding party?
Indeed.
Do you know how they were able to bypass your shields?
We are uncertain. Several malfunctions have been reported. No conclusions have been drawn yet.
What are you doing?
This was not supposed to happen.
Get behind me!
My word, so that's what actually happened. It seems like, in any case, Tossie. I believe this calls for the Earth saying, "Here goes nothing." These lower decks sure are darker. A word? Yes. I mean, I think so. Before we move on, well, I'm glad that's settled. Exactly. You know, I admit, I'm feeling apprehensive. What we're about to see next could be very telling. Integrating the environment